Hey guys, welcome back. So you can see in the background the hood's up on the coupe. So after my endeavor last weekend at the track, I had a little misfire and started looking into things. If you tell by the thumbnail of the video, I decided to start with basics, check the plugs, and found a melted one. So number 8. So being where I am in the UK, I got some plugs on order to replace it, and me being nerdy, I decided to do a little science experiment here. So what I got is the reason why I was able to drive the car home without a problem, and when you're out of boost, there really wasn't any difference, so I really didn't think anything majorly was wrong. So you can see, spark plug there. This is the one that the electrode melted off. Some of the porcelain cracked out on for number 8. So I used my old compression tester. It's probably one of the oldest tools that I have. I got when I was still first driving a car. You can see how old this packaging is, but so I had 170 psi on that hole. So some of the other, number 5 was like around 160, number 6 was like 158, number 7 is at 120 right now, and I don't know, it's a bit concerning, but number 7 is right where the dipstick tube goes down to the block, and I can't get the fitting and this thing really square in the hole, and I'm kind of off to the side, so I don't know if it's bleeding off some compression. So I'm just hoping that it's not hurt. I got a buddy at work. He's got one of those little USB bore scope things you plug into your computer. I'm gonna take a look into it hopefully early this week once he gets it to me. So, but anyway, I was playing around on the bench here, and I put together an old Ford distributor with points, Fox body coil. It's going to spark plug wire. Old battery I had from my daughter's car before. After she crashed it, I just kept on hanging on to that thing. But so what I was doing, I don't know if this is gonna mess up the microphone with the audio or not, but should probably have a ballast resistor, but it's not a big deal for a short duration of time. So if I turn this, and you hopefully see the spark jumping, so that's the reason why I can still driving home and driving around, and it was still running just fine. So these are Iridium NGK plugs. It's very interesting because this was melted, but the tip is like brand new still, so the tip is super resistant to heat and erosion. But you can see the porcelain kind of broke out a little bit on the inside there, and I went through the cylinder, so still got good compression, but yeah, hopefully that didn't do any damage. I'll take a look in there in a bit, but yeah, let me take this off. I was just playing around. Let me show you what a good spark plug still looks like on here. Right, here is a good spark plug, an Iridium plug. If you focus, there's a tiny little spark there. It's gap tight for boost, so I get a better picture. There you go. Nothing too amazing, but a very localized, specific spark on these plugs. And here is a brand new copper NGK. See if I can get in there a little tighter. Hold steady. Seems a little wider spark. It's not as pinpointed as the Iridium one is, but yeah. So that's a new normal plug. And here's the OG split fire. Let's see if I can get. I'm thinking how this works. Try to zoom in on on that a little bit. That looks good. It's not two sparks, it just jumps to the path of least resistance. It's in a different spot every time, so. Alright, hopefully this thing doesn't blast out the microphone with all the RF, but there we go. That's a lot of spark. So you don't think that the stock CFI coil does much. It'll knock you back. You get zapped by it. Yeah. So it's just me playing around in the garage. So I just checked all the other 7 plugs out to make sure they're all good. I got the other good one here. So order from Rock Auto should be about another week or so until the other plug gets here. I'll put these back in, get a look inside the bore, and give it a good, hopefully clean bill of health, and I continue driving it a little bit. But yeah, this is just a regular NGK plug, copper base. This is my plug of choice for aluminum heads on a Fox body. The BRK 5 E-11s. This is the direct replacement, or it's for like an Autolite. I'll come up with it. I'll put it up on the screen. But I had a lot of problems with Autolite spark plugs in the past, so I went to NGK's and they solved pretty much all of my problems. So I pretty much sworn off of Autolites because I fought with them for 2 years tuning a car, and it was a revelation when I just changed the plug brand and fixed everything. So with NGK's, the number 5 is the heat range. So 5 is the stock heat range. These are BRK 6E IX. IX is just the Iridium -11, and the 6 is 1 heat range colder, and that's good up until about right where I'm at, about 10-ish pounds of boost. If you go up to 15 pounds or more, you probably want to go 2 heat ranges colder. So, and I clean these plugs out a little bit in my blast cabinet. There's a little bit of oil fouling on it, which is, I think, the reason why I melted the plugs in the first place. Is I'm still fighting my PCV system, and it's blowing a lot of oil into the intake, and it's burning through the rear bore cylinders. Burning oil lowers the octane level of pump gas, and if you're right on the limit of your tune, you lower the octane level a little bit, and you're going to start detonating. And I think that's what was happening. I was detonating in the rearmost cylinder enough to do that to the plug. So hopefully there's no other permanent damage. I'm just going to delete the PCV altogether because I can't seem to tune around it. It doesn't want to cooperate, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So I don't want to put a breather can or anything crazy on it, but I'm kind of out of options at this point. So especially with this motor being with the stock bottom end, because I'm probably at the limit right now of what it's capable of anyway. Without pushing my luck, I gotta make it last until next year. So at least through the move, it's coming up. I started even looking at the boost solenoid and plumbing and things like that. I had a 3-port on there that I was going to get working, so I can increase the boost above the standard 7 psi wastegate spring. I even bought a 4-port MAC valve, and getting ready to. There's very little online I can find for using this in my application, so I'm gonna try the 4-port and see what it gets me. I had Low Dollar Motorsports dome pressure sensor. I had to get some adapters down to the 1/16 inch NPT, and I ordered 4 of them, but I didn't know they came in 2 packs, so I got twice as much as I need now. And we're gonna get this put on, because I'm using these this nylon line instead of the rubber vacuum line. So it's got these push lock connectors, which are really easy to use. But I got these assortment kits of fittings, and I don't know if I got enough for what I need, so we're gonna Gotta get it running first. Gotta get it running first, and then we'll see how it's doing and go on from there. If not, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. I got the engine run stand gone for the moment until we move. Just my buddy took it with his turbo coupe engine to get out of my hair. John's got his cherry picker back. Got one of the engine stands out of the way, and we're still trying to find a house. So the housing market is really terrible right now. It's summertime. It's the moving season. And you know, just slim pickings, especially for, you know, any kind of sane money. You can get great houses, but I'm gonna be way over budget, and I really don't want to have to do that. But I don't know how much of a choice I'm gonna have soon. So once this house gets sold, you know, we got to be out within 60 days. So we're just biding our time for the moment. But yeah, just a little science experiment going on. Thanks for being nosy with me, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next video.